What's up, everybody? What is up, friends? Hello, hello, hello. Hello. How are you all doing? Just tweeting, you know how it goes. Remember that one time forbearance was nerfed again? Let's go. Div nerf again? Kind of good, though. Kind of good. What's up, everybody? It's so forbearance over. That was, I mean, there was definitely an attempt to do something there, I think. I want to look at this. So we got the Khvostov trailer, and then we got the Bungie huge Sandbox breakdown shit. Looks good. Oh, we got mono again? Sheesh. You're bringing a Pringles can in the backyard? Why? We just saw a snake in our backyard, dude. I was looking out the window, and I was like, that looks like a snake. And then it was a fucking snake, bro. Thought you could only get mono once. It can flare up. So once you have mono, it's a virus. So like once you have it, you always have the code. But certain viruses can flare up again or like reactivate or whatever. I don't know the fucking. I'm a chemist, not a biologist. But mono's one of them. Chickenpox, like with shingles, does something pretty similar. But I think if you get mono more than once, I think it's supposed to be like really bad for you. Did you eat the snake? No, why would I eat a fucking snake? You know, there's all these people that eat like weird shit. It's like, why don't you just eat like we've already decided like 4 or 5 species that we domesticated and we farm for food. Why are we going outside at that? You know what I mean? I'm not really that type of person. I say 4 or 5 species. I guess there's like a billion types of fish. I'm talking about land, like mammals. Or well, I guess chickens aren't mammals, but you know, like land animals. So it's like, why are we doing this, man? Why the fuck are we doing this? Just like fucking, just eat your chicken and shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Chinese love their, well, I'm not even gonna sit here and like bash other cultures for this. I mean, if you go down to Florida, like they eat fucking like, you know, snakes, alligators, like all this extra stuff. It's like, what are you doing? Just like fucking, I had a friend who loved ostrich. It's like, what are you doing? Like, just eat. Why are we doing this? You know what I mean? I just feel like as a species, our goal should be to like eat as few species as possible, to like have the least impact as possible on the what is left of our Earth's biodiversity. You know, we've already popularized and domesticated specific species of animals. They are essentially the scapegoats of everything, you know? We have decided they are fucked for eternity and we're just gonna eat them. Let's just leave it at that, dude. You know what? You know what I mean? And they all say it tastes like chicken. Dude, that is like my biggest thing too. It's like, then just fucking eat chicken, bro. I don't know. It's fine. It is, look, I'm not anti-meat or anything. I had a steak today. I love me some good food. I am opposed to like unnecessary like destruction of species and habitats. And it's like, if there are things that we don't farm, you know what I mean? If there's like a limited number of things in the wild, we typically don't eat that many wild creatures. Some people eat deer and stuff, especially in the South. It's a little different because they have like a population problem. But it's like, let's just eat the ones we farm. It's fine. I don't know. That's just me. I want to show the new. I want to see the new Trace exotic. I think it is very likely that the Traveler exotic is the raid exotic. So we probably, if that is true, I doubt we see anything about it until the raid comes out. It's their fault for being stupid? Dog, there are plenty of stupid ass humans, and I am not allowed to eat humans, so that's a bad excuse. I'm surprised they showed 3 exotics yesterday, but only 1 today. If they showed like a Hunter, Warlock, Titan exotic 1 a day, people would freak out. Like, just get them all out of the way. I wouldn't be surprised if they show like a couple more exotics. Like maybe we get something tomorrow and the day after. I'm not sure how many exotics we're gonna get, right? But we know like Red Death is coming, but that's part of the episode. So are they gonna show that off? I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if all of these add up to like, they always put out like an exotic Vidoc thing showcase. And I wouldn't be surprised if all of these, like tomorrow we get one more exotic weapon thing and then it culminates and then it's like, here's like the full trailer and then it's like 2 minutes of exotic stuff. So that's just where I am. The class armor is always mid as fuck to reveal. It's, and like most of the class armor didn't even look that good. The Titan one was cool. Yeah, so here's the Khvostov. We could check this out. So I tweeted about this on Twitter, but as soon as I read this, I was like, whoa, this sounds bad. Return to your first days in the Cosmodrome with a shot that ricochets every 7th round. The Khvostov returns as a new exotic weapon. And I read that, and I was like, that is the most mid bullshit I've ever read in my entire life. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh, wait. Oh, shit. This could be kind of cool. Bungie has a way of, like, I feel like they did this with the Warlock exotic too, because surely it's going to be better than they show, but maybe not. I mean, there's been plenty of lame exotics in the past, but just like maybe hype it up a little bit. Why are we just saying it ricochets? It doesn't fucking ricochet. It, you know what I mean? This is pretty cool though. I mean, it's like obviously a trailer, but. So it ricochets once, twice, 3, 4. So it at least ricochets 4 times, because even after it hits this guy, it ricochets down into the ground again. So it ricochets at least 4 times. And it hits the same enemies multiple times. So it hits this guy twice. Bam, 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 and it would have hit this guy, I think, if it didn't kill him. So I think in like Crucible and like big team game modes, this could be pretty annoying. I am I'm I guess not confused. I'm curious to see, can I just prime this? Like, is it every 7th shot that hits? Is it every 7th precision shot? Can I shoot 6 shots into the ground and then my first bullet will ricochet off of an enemy? You know what I mean? Like, so auto rifles, what? To usually take 11 bullets to kill? Is that low? Is it like 14? No, it's not 14. It's usually a good amount. Maybe it's 9. Something like that. I forget off the top of my head. I don't use the auto rifles in PvP very often. But if I like shoot 6 into the ground and then I'm like, I have the 7th shot primed and I shoot it, and by the time I'm done shooting that guy, that'll be 2 ricochet rounds. So it's like, you know, I assume it'll be on like every 7th shot that connects, but maybe not, because the exotic LMG that no one uses, the Void one, the music one, what the fuck is that shit called? The musical chairs exotic. That's like every 15th it suppresses and every 30th it explodes or something. What the fuck was that? That's not on hits, right? That's just on shots. Yeah, deterministic chaos. That's just on shots, right? You love deterministic chaos. It's pretty interesting being the only person that likes a gun. I gotta say, Gallian, that's pretty cool. But I don't know. So maybe, I don't know. I think, like, I don't think. I always sleep on exotic primaries in PvE, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this shit's gonna fry. You know, it has the You know, exotic primaries do like what 30% more damage or some shit in PvE. 40%, 30%. They do more damage in PvE. That's why everyone loves Sunshot. That's why everyone loves the pre-order gun from Fight. There's too many names in this game. If I had one thing I could change about Destiny, just start giving things like one-letter names. Because holy God, I'm so cooked when it comes to remembering names of something I haven't used in months. Holy shit, I'm so old. What the fuck is that shit called? Give me a sec. The auto rifle. Strand auto rifle. I don't have it. Yeah, brother. God, motherfucking Quicksilver. Thank you. Fucking God damn it, bro. Why'd they make Khvostov so colorful, not the old gunmetal? To make it stand out. Also, didn't Khvostov have an ornament pretty similar to this in Destiny 1? It did, yeah, I thought it did. So, it pretty much, this is pretty much the ornament, actually. It is, it's not exact, because the white would be like right there, but it's pretty fucking close. The sight on this version is butt. I actually wasn't even paying attention. I hate the Khvostov sight, high key. I don't like sights that take up a lot of your screen, and I hate sights that take up a lot of your screen and then the reticle takes up a lot of your screen. I am a simple red dot, carrot, like Mida, probably the best fucking sight ever, or like Chaperone, or Whispers is really good. I like those types of sights, you know? Or Red Death. Red Death has the best sight in the franchise. Well, maybe that's not true. I like the ones that are small but highlight. Like, I think, does Bad Juju do that? Or like the Black Armory weapons where they don't take up a lot of your screen and they highlight. That's kind of cool. I do like that. Funnel webs, I think, is still a circle. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm not tripping, right? Funnel web is a circle. Yeah, I think funnel web has like a. Oh well, of course you can't fucking see it. I think it's like I don't like the holographics. I like the red dots. Zollies, yeah, all the King's Fall weapons are really good. That's just me. I know some people like bigger sights. I personally don't. So like the Khvostov sight, that's like pretty bulky, and it's got the giant ass circle. I'm not really a big fan of that. Yeah, it's still got, you know, it's got the fucking immortal looking. Right, that's like the same. They changed the immortal sight to that too. This, or was it immortal? Or Shira's, they changed to this. I'm not a big fan of that. It's fine. I like small ones, but it's, I mean, this isn't the worst thing in the world. There's definitely, I'm not saying that this is awful, but look, I mean, it takes up so much of your screen. You know what I mean? They could have just like, bloop. Would have been fun. Oh, this, I see what you mean. Yes, the size of funnel web, the size of recluse, those are really good. I just wish the reticle itself was smaller. There's no need for all this extra stuff. What RPM is Khvostov originally? That is an interesting question. I don't use autos a lot, so is it? It's not 600, is it? Is that even a fucking? I don't use autos a lot, so I don't really have those numbers off the top of my head. I think it's a 600 though. I really do want to say that. Yeah, it is a 600. Damn. I was even like, oh, I'm not going to get this right, and then I got it right, so. But you could switch it to a 540 or a 720, I think, in Destiny 1. Or was it 600, 720, 900 in Destiny 1? I don't think it went all the way up to 900, did it? You could toggle it. So I bet, you know, most exotic weapons have 2 exotic things that they do. I would be surprised if they didn't give you kind of a customizable thing here as well. So I think the reticle is fine. Yeah, I guess that's my main takeaway too. I'm not going to sit here and shit on it because it is fine. It's just someone said that they thought it was awesome or they didn't like it. I don't know. It's fine. I just like the smaller the reticles, the better, in my opinion. So, not really a fan of the hollow sites where it's just empty in the middle. If it's small like the mount, because the mount top has like a little, or it used to, or it does now. I don't know. Sometimes like some snipers, like the short gaze scope, I think is like a small circle. I don't mind that. That's fine. But there are definitely times where it gets too big. Here's the dev insights. We can go ahead and read this. The final shape of weapon tuning preview. Semi-burst, full auto, 450 or 900. Okay. Yeah, so I'd be surprised if it doesn't have some customizability to it, but we'll see. Weapon archetypes. Back in update 6.3, we rolled a set of spec mods. Dragonfly Surrounded and Rampage. So these were the enhanced versions of these, or they're called like Dragonfly Spec, but it essentially made it, if you got a kill with Dragonfly, it was bigger, and that used to be a mod that you'd put on your thing, or it gave extra buffs to Surrounded and Rampage as well. So yeah, those were rolled into the weapons, so now Dragonfly is just better by its own. And is this too small for you guys? Can you read this? Rampage is just better, Surrounded is just better. And now we're coming for the rest of the spec mods. This is cool. We've increased the base weapon damage almost universally, making exceptions for weapons that were already overperforming or that we buffed very recently, and have retired the following weapon mods: Boss Spec, Taken Spec, Minor Spec, Major Spec, Adept, Big One Spec. So this is super interesting, actually. And in itself, this is a weird one because in itself is like... This is essentially power creep, right? Like, everyone uses usually one of these spec mods, especially boss spec. Like, everyone's like, oh yeah, I'll just throw a fucking boss spec on my Cataphractor, Edge Transit, like that. But now, because that's rolled into the functionality of these weapons, you now have a slot open to use an extra mod, which for like GLs is obviously going to be Quick Sling or Backup Mag, I guess. How does Backup Mag interact with Envious? I guess it's 1.5 times, right? So it should... Actually, Backup Mag might be just the fucking play now. Or one of these allows you quick access so you can hot swap faster. It's basically always Backup Mag. It works. Oh, okay, sick. Fuck yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, this is power creep, right? Backup Mag, because you can do Envious twice. This is going to lead to 3 more in the mag, because you're going to get 1 in the mag and then 1 more and then 1 more. So so instead of 7, 14, 21, it's now going to go 8, 16, 24. On this one specifically that I have here. In 1 mag. So, I mean, that is a little bit of power creep all around there. And you'll get the inherent damage, I think. I don't know. My... Day 1 team was actually arguing with each other. I don't think they really specify what is getting this buff and what is not. We were already happy with the damage output from the exotic primaries and trice rifles, so we only slightly reduced their damage bonus versus red bars. In most cases, it means that their total damage output is roughly unchanged. Oh, now I see what Babs was saying. I haven't fully read this. I kind of skimmed Wabi, but I think Babs is right. Like, if GLs are not called out here, then they're getting the buff. Almost assuredly, right? Because this is directly in response to this. So trace rifles and exotic primary weapons. That's really interesting that trace rifles are kind of called out there. Because in my mind, I've never been like, oh, trace rifles are fucking goated for, ad clearance. Oh, I need Cino. Let's run trace rifles. You know what I mean? I think the only changes are in the direct ones listed. Read the chemo blob. Yeah, okay. I agree. Included below are the matching damage types by weapon archetype. Note that we made some exceptions for exotic weapons that were already performing strongly and applied some of the buffs to specific tiers of enemies. Except where noted, these changes are PvE only. Also note that because exotic weapons can't equip mods, this gives them a larger relative buff than legendaries. Risk Runner's maximum possible damage is increased 10% versus red bars, but Shire's Wrath is only increased 3% in effect because it can no longer slot a minor spec mod. Okay, so exotic weapons are even just better now, or more consistent, I guess. In addition to compensating for the removal of spec mods, We've taken this opportunity to buff some weapon types that have languished in endgame PvE, most notably pulse rifles. Yeah, I mean, when's the last time anyone has used a pulse rifle in endgame PvE? Last time I said that, someone was like, oh, you actually used a pulse rifle day one King's Fall. And I was like, you're a fucking liar. And then they pulled up the receipts, and I did. I legitimately did. So that was probably the last time I used a pulse rifle in PvE. So, increased PvE damage versus all combatants. Pulse rifles are 20%. So, this is crazy. Just right off the bat, the first thing that this says to me, it was because of champs, at least probably. I think it was that it was arc in champs. Because it was, pulses would have been unstop or barrier. I forget exactly which one. But I think King's Fall, like, historically had a lot of arc enemies as well. And so that's why I ran it. So pulse rifles, Outbreak, right? This is versus all combatants. Outbreak already had pretty crazy single target DPS. You're throwing rapid hit on there. You're throwing rewind wounds on there. I mean, you're throwing all sorts of crazy shit on Outbreak Perfected for the, I don't even remember what the other perks are. There's probably a better one that I'm forgetting about. For PvE, and it's getting a 20% buff. So in a day one scenario, if you're a hunter, hand cannons, lucky pants are still probably going to be better. I would have to imagine for almost every other class, since you don't have reloading, Outbreak has got to be the top, right? Or at least really close. I don't have the numbers on that. And it's been a while since I've looked at primary DPS options. But the fact that it is a exotic weapon, so has inherent buff as well versus higher tier enemies, it's Outbreak. It gets all this consistent reloading bullshit. And it's 20% higher now. I mean, rewind wounds. I just gave up, bro. You gotta lean into it, you know? Just fuck it. Just go for it. Rewind wounds. So I feel like Outbreak's gonna be kind of fucking busted. Doesn't Outbreak need to be need all 6 to be worth it? They changed that. No? Am I wrong? They changed it one way or the other. It either used to be really good by itself, but then it required 6 after a change, or it required 6 and then they changed it and now you need fewer people. And I don't remember which way. It had to do with the stacking crits, but I don't remember which way they switched it because I really haven't used Outbreak since VOW. I think it's capped. I think they made it so fewer people have to use it, but I don't. Or it doesn't. Maybe it's not fewer people have to use it, but it doesn't get quite as large of a buff if everyone's using it, or it's something like that. It's something like that. I forget exactly what they did to it, but I'm pretty sure it's more consistent with fewer people now. But I definitely need a double check on that. I think it still ramps faster with 6. I swear they changed that, but maybe they didn't. But still, like, even back in the day, let's say you have 2 hunters on Lucky Pants and you have 4 people running Outbreak. I'm still very confident that Outbreak's probably going to outpace every other primary option. Save maybe Malfeasance. I don't know those numbers, but I'm just thinking off the top of my head, like, what are traditionally viable, weapons when you run out of ammo. And it's Warden's Law for Hunter, Malfeasance, especially for Hunter, but for every class, and then fucking Outbreak, right? So this is interesting. This is super interesting. Without multiple, it's debatable. Oh, I mean, even the fact that it's without multiple, it's still debatable. In a raid scenario where you have 3 or 4 at least, if you have a couple hunters on your team, yeah, I mean, what I would be really interested. I don't know. I might check Aegis's sheet. I don't know if Aegis has the numbers on this. I would be interested in seeing how far above hand cannons are. Let's say you have 6 people, 2 are hunters, the other 4 are whatever. What's the damage going to look like with 4 Outbreaks, 2 Warden's Law versus 6 outbreaks. I imagine the 4 and 2 is still going to surpass because Warden's Law is pretty fucked. But I would be very interested in seeing it. Aegis doesn't have primary numbers. That might be something that we should do then, Wabi, at some point. Just get people together and go shoot Riven or something just to get numbers. Because I'm curious about that. That should be a pretty, since it's up flat 20%, it should be a pretty easy extrapolation as well. But I'm kind of curious, but Wardens is pretty fucked. So I would imagine the 4 and 2 is the best way to go. But why is Warden's Law good? So Warden's Law has high DPS because it's the double burst thing. When you pair that with Lucky Pants Hunter, it just does an insane amount of damage. So it's just, I think it's the best single target primary damage in the game by like a lot. Are you on... I don't know if anyone's on a Hunter right now. I'm just going to go through my friends list until someone's on a Hunter so I can... Oh, Babs totally is not, bro. Shit, no one's using a Hunter. Hey, it's... Llama did a good damage test, including primaries. Have you tried Outbreak with Chromatic Fire? I do not legitimately know if I've ever used Chromatic Fire. Oh, collections do exist. I'm a fucking idiot. Thank you so much, Wami. Bro, it's over. Scarrow's brain's fried. Jesus Christ. Lucky Pants. Here we go. Nope. When you're ready a fully loaded hand cannon that deals kinetic damage, so Warden's Law, or a damage type that matches your subclass energy type, each hit from that hand cannon increases the damage of the next shot for a short time. So Warden's already has really high DPS due to its very unique archetype. Making, like, buffing it consistently with a legally modded holster is kind of crazy. And it's Hunter, so you can, you know, all the reload bullshit and stuff, so... It's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. It's good stuff. Malfeasance plus Wither Horde. And, well, you can't use Malfeasance and Wither Horde. Malfeasance plus Wither Horde and IP? I don't know what IP is, or LP? Someone else sticking Wither Horde. Oh, Lucky Pants. I'm literally dumb. I'm literally so cooked, bro. I'm so fucking stupid. Everyone point and laugh. Holy fuck, I'm dumb. I was literally just talking about them for 10 fucking minutes. Jesus Christ, bro. I need caffeine. Yeah, these numbers will come out. I think bottom line is most people don't run Hunters. I would be very surprised if stacking multiple outbreaks isn't one of the best. Once you run out of ammo, like, obviously I don't think this is a very viable strat to go into a boss rocking 4 to 6 outbreaks. But same thing as Caretaker. When you run out of ammo, when you're in a final stand, whatever, I think Outbreak's going to be even better now, especially with the new perks, being able to craft it and stuff. Pellet shotguns got a 10% bonus. That's super copium for me because I miss hot swap meta so much. That's not pellet though. That's slug. Slug shotgun. I did 9%. I miss hot swap so much. Pellet shotguns, I guess, would be more relevant for trench barrel or 1-2 punch builds that people use right now. Lucky Pants might be getting nerfed. I don't know if they talk about... I think they only talk about weapons in this one, right? I'm sure we'll get an armor thing. I don't remember if they've mentioned Lucky Pants. But I expect Lucky Pants to get messed with. I expect Cenotaph will almost certainly be nerfed, right? Like, there's no way. What else is, like, dummy broken right now? If Nanites proc rewind, it'll actually cook so hard. Oh, that's a good point too, yeah. Does Outbreak get any benefits from armor charge surges? No, because there's no kinetic surge, right? So it would not. That's an interesting question. There's a kinetic surge? What is there not a... I'm gonna end the fucking stream, dude. Jesus Christ. There's not a kinetic something. I'm not stupid, right? There is a fucking... Jesus, god damn it. Look, I just want you guys to know, I've been doing interviews all day. Okay, I'm not normally this stupid. Is it fucking... What is there? There's not a kinetic something. I swear to God, there's not a kinetic something. No, it's not kinetic resist. That's not what I'm thinking of. There's not a kinetic something. I swear to God, there's not a kinetic something. I swear to fucking God. Jesus Christ. This is fine. This is fine, okay? Everything is fucking fine. Oh, holy God. I should have made an advanced before this stream. Code CR9, 10% off. So you don't act like this in front of everyone. Fusion rifle, 7%. Sniper rifle, 7%. Exceptions is Inagi's and Cloud Strike. These are performing well. Just casually leaves off Whisper, which is crazy. Targeting out my Izanagi's is pretty toxic, by the way, so... No kinetic surge? That's what I thought! Was there a point where there was no kinetic surge? I swear to God, there used to not be a kinetic surge. Please tell me that used to be a thing. I swear, bro. I'm thinking and I'm telling you. Kinetic surge was here at Lightfall launch? What the fuck, bro? How long have surges been in the game? That was with the Lightfall, right? Destiny surge mods. When were those added? They were added with Lightfall, right? That was because that's when all the mod changes happened. There's no harmonic surge mod. Oh. Oh. That's what it is. Ah! That's what it is. Oh my God, dude, I'm gonna retire from existence. Jesus God, fucking damn it, bro. That's crazy. Okay, thank you. Everything else gets pretty standard stuff here. Increased damage versus minors. So if you see any baby fallen, unload, okay? Sidearms, trace rifles, scout rifles, and bows, 20%. If these sidearm, I guess, like, I was thinking, like, if these sidearms count the rocket sidearms too. That's kind of, I was gonna say that's kind of broken, but it's not very often that the sidearms don't one-hit red bars. So I guess in underleveled content, maybe. I've never used a rocket sidearm in -20. I don't think so. I'm surely it one hits most of everything. This would be nice if you get like one of those fucking red brigs. There's red brigs, right? I'm not making that. I think sometimes you can get a red brig. Oh God, I'm about to get flamed. That's not a thing. I swear to God, it's a thing. Are there red brigs? So, rocket sidearms are also only barely better than new pulses, even with the buff. Oh, that's really interesting, actually. But yeah, like rocket sidearm, like specifically, I guess for brigs, like anything that doesn't have crits. This is going to be cool. Anything that doesn't have crits and is a red bar, which I think is exclusively brigs. And maybe stuff like if there's red wyverns, I think, where their crits are hard to hit. That's going to be cool for this, for rocket sidearms. Trace rifles, scout rifles, bows, auto rifles, pulse rifles, 15%. Oh, I mean, So pulse rifles will do 38% more damage to red bars. That's kind of nice, bro. Splash damage from add clear exotic primary weapons was overperforming in the final shape when combined with the damage buffs listed above. So we pulled that slightly down. Reduced splash damage from Sunshot, Trinity Goal, Polaris Lance, Graviton Lance. So I really don't think that matters that much. Several releases back, we gave kinetic weapons a substantial damage bonus in PvE to account for it to be harder to use them in subclass builds. In general, we're okay with leaving this in place till we have a better defined role for kinetic weapons. I think it is so interesting that even after all of this time, they're still like, yeah, we're doing something with kinetic weapons, okay? You better believe it. Kinetic weapons, we're doing something with them. That's so interesting to me that they're not, and it's not just like, hey, we're okay with leaving kinetic weapons where they are. It's, we're okay with leaving them where they are now until we do something with them. I find that so interesting. Like, I think they have a pretty defined role in terms of that damage bonus. So it's like, I find that very weird, but the damage bonus versus boss tier commands was making it hard for other weapons to compete. Kinetic damage, weapon types no longer deal bonus damage to bosses. Damage to other combatant tiers is unchanged. So this actually will probably affect Warden's Law and Outbreak a little bit. So that's kind of interesting. Kinetic stocks will go up any day now. Yeah, and like I said, it's not like they've been saying this for months. They've been saying this for years. I don't remember when they first did that. I want to say it was when they started rolling out the 3.0s, like 2 years ago, but that also feels like a really long time ago. But I feel like for a while now, they've been really struggling with the kinetic identity. They're like, no, we're gonna do something with them, bro. We're gonna do something with them. Why do they hate divs so much? There's no reason to have it at this point. It does too much. I just don't maybe pre-Rolk, div was fine, but now that we have like more mobile small bosses, div is so, and in the fact like tormentors too, div on tormentors is ridiculous, right? Because it gives you a free critical spot. That in itself is a ridiculous buff, or like to like normal gameplay. It's like a ridiculous perk. It's like, here, you have like literally the freest critical hit in the world. And you know, with small mobile bosses like Rolk, with some wizards like an Outbreak and stuff, that's a very powerful thing. That's an incredibly powerful thing. Especially with, you know, a lot of weapons getting buffs here. That's going to directly translate to critical damage as well, right? And so, I get it. You know what I mean? It did too much. It's still getting nerfed here. But it's just at some point when you take the difficulty of damage rotations out because you're giving a flat buff or nerf to an enemy, I guess, that's incredibly easy to use with div, and you're taking away the need for a lot of skill for like build crafting or damage rotations, and you're taking away the skill needed to aim. That's like two of the main combat things that you have to do, right? It's like damage rotations, aim, mechanics. And div eliminates two of those. I guess survivability is one of them as well, so maybe there's like 4 main pillars of like a raid scenario DPS: aiming, rotating, like switching weapons and building builds and stuff. Yeah, survivability, which only applies in some bosses, nothing like an Oryx or anything, and Well pretty much covers that too. And then mechanics. So div just made things too easy. It does make a lot of sense. And L-Take IMO seen Prismatics has kinetic systems built in with Transcendence. Oh, Kinetics charge Transcendence. They did say that, didn't they? Did they say that? I think they did say that. So I totally get it. And for a while, Destiny was getting very, very easy, and Bungie was kind of driving the game easier. And that's mostly a factor of power creep. And I feel like a lot of that kind of came to a head with Ron. And there's examples of difficult content in there, definitely. But I feel like, you know, the year of content with Witch Queen, that was pretty hard. But the year of content with Witch Queen, like, GMs were kind of a joke. All of the seasonal activities were kind of a joke. And then Ron came out and it was kind of a joke. And it was like, the game was very easy. You could do unlimited damage. You didn't have to aim. I think Div had already been nerfed at some point during that year anyways, but or even before that. But you didn't have to aim. Survivability was crazy. Everything was just super stupidly broken. Now we're finally on an upswing again, where, you know, Onslaught Legend is no joke. Pantheon is no fucking joke. A lot of the seasonal activities have been quite difficult in a lot of aspects. Like, Bungie's really reintroducing the need to get good in a lot of things. And I feel like Div and Well invalidate a lot of that. And should they be removed from the game? No, but I don't think anything should ever do two things for free. I don't think Well should buff you and heal you. Thank you, Muncher, for the sub. At the same time, I think at a certain point, it just makes things too easy because you have to do fewer things. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have the ability to survive and deal more damage. I just don't think a single button press should do both of those for you. And give you 40% DR. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, there's other examples. And I'm not saying if you use them, you're bad, because our fucking team uses them. I think you're dumb if you don't use these things, right? Unless you're doing like a challenge or whatever. But these things are in the game. You should leverage them. But I do think a lot of things in the game currently do a little bit too much. And I think Bungie's trying to make... I think a large part of the 3.0s, too, was like, hey, let's focus everything to kind of do one main thing. Like, there's exceptions, like Void gives you overshields and it nerfs enemies, but like mostly it nerfs enemies. Solar buffs you with Radiant and it gives you healing. I feel like that one might be a little too strong. But like, you really have to play into roles and you really have to diversify team builds now, which I think is very good. And they're still trying to flesh it out and make it even more niche, which I think is good. So point being, sorry, with Div, I think it just did too much. And if Bungie wants the game to continue to be hard or get harder, I think something like Div makes it very hard to design a lot of boss encounters. Because you either need a fucking ridiculously sized boss like Oryx, where the Div bubble has completely disappeared inside of the boss, or you need something like Crota, where Div isn't really viable. It's harder to... It eliminates like 2/3 of the types of encounters in the game, is my point. So, give Div a catalyst which reworks the cage, that when a teammate deals a certain amount of damage to it, the cage breaks and then it breaks, it jolts. Then people just wouldn't use the catalyst. You know? I mean, it's... I could also argue either... The whole thing of Div is it gives you a free critical point, right? It is not a lot to ask for your team to also debuff in an additional way, when there are 752 other ways to debuff an enemy in this game. You know, tractor cannon, solar abilities this season, void abilities. You know, there's like literally an unlimited amount of ways to debuff enemies, right? So I don't think it's too much to ask to be like, hey, let's not have this weapon do one thing. You need to have two people focused on doing two separate things. I don't think that's unreasonable, personally. I just don't think anything in the game should ever do two broken things at once for free. I think something can be game changing, but in one aspect. Personally, that's just kind of how I think about it. That's why I don't really have as much of a problem with Bubble, because it's hard for Bubble to do a damage buff and survivability at the same time. Usually it's one or the other, except in very specific cases, right? It's either you're in the bubble when you're surviving or you're out of the bubble and you're doing more damage. Well does both for free at the same time. And I think that's when things start to become a problem. I mean, it's not free. You lose a teammate's worth of damage. It's not uncommon for the debuff applied by Whisper, or by fucking Whisper, by Div, especially. Okay, I guess the point being, maybe in certain content that matters, but most content in Destiny is not really a total damage thing. It's like a DPS thing. Like 90% of the stuff in the game, you're not using all of your heavy or all of your special, right? So that doesn't matter. And it just eliminates the need for a lot of that stuff. But also, there are also a lot of scenarios and a lot of guns that do enough crit damage, or their crit multipliers high enough where it more than makes up for that. Or like with Rolk, if you have 6 people shooting GLs or rockets and you're fucking missing half of them, versus the Div bubble, which extends his hitbox by 3 times, like, it more than makes up for itself, right? So I get that, but at this point, is Div really breaking the game? I hardly ever see it at this point. I don't really. Maybe it's because I do a lot of low man content, but Div is still very prevalent in the game. It is not as broken as it was, but I do understand Bungie wanting to make some changes, especially if they want to keep boss diversity up. I think that's the number one thing, is when you have something like Well or Div, that you have to build encounters around. It very much limits the types and breadth and variations of encounters you can do, because you're like, oh, we can't do this type of boss because Div just makes that pointless. You know what I mean? So that's a good point as well. Yeah, maybe you don't see Div as much anymore because the meta weapons right now are non-precision weapons, rockets and GLs. That's a good point as well. So but I'm not saying Div is the most broken thing in the world, but I do understand Bungie wanting to still push it on the back burner, like get it out of the forefront. It is still very, it's still used in a lot of limits and stuff. But yeah, now that like Whisper just got a buff today, right here, or it'll get a buff when this probably comes out with the final shape, and you know, a lot of other weapons like primaries are getting buffs. Sniper rifles got a little buff here. Did they get more than 7%? No, they only got 7%. So snipers aren't really seeing a buff, except for your exotic ones. So yeah, like Whisper, you'll see a lot more Div, I imagine. Slugs, like maybe, but you know, there's reasons to use things and there's reasons to not. So Whisper meta, it's gonna be so boring. I like the Whisper meta, man. That's crazy. 100% airborne or aerial effectiveness. That in itself is worth it, my friends. That in itself is fucking pog. I don't look. I guess the main thing about a Whisper meta is there's no rotations, or there's very few rotations, which is fair. I love me some damage rotations. My favorite damage in the entire history of Destiny is easily Anarchy Shotgun Hot Swap, because it's the most active thing you were ever doing, right? That was awesome. We're never going to get back to that point. The closest you have now are rocket rotations with Wither Hoarder, Izzy, and like Strand Warlock, or that sort of thing. But it is, you know, Whisper is kind of boring compared, but it is what it is. It's fine. It's fine. My fear is that they balance the damage phases with Div being easier to use, and then they nerf it, and then we're fucked. I mean, what is one instance in the history of Destiny where you have ever felt fucked on a damage phase? Because I can't think of a single time where a damage phase has been unreasonable. Ever. Like, maybe Day 1 Atrax is like the closest example to that. But I don't think Bungie has ever given us an unreasonable damage phase. War Priest? I mean, we like had a really good 3-phase on War Priest, I think, on day 1. Like, it wasn't even close. Day 1 War Priest was tough for LFGs. I don't think we struggled. I could be wrong. I don't remember. That was a long time ago, but I don't remember that being unreasonable. Caretaker was the only reason Caretaker was crazy was because of ammo issues. They're very, I mean, 2 to 3 of your people are not generating ammo for themselves within Caretaker. The phases aren't really long enough to get a lot of your supers back. And it relied heavily on burst weapons that don't get a lot of ammo to start, right? So War Priest was a little different. Or not War Priest, sorry. Caretaker was a little different. That was more of a mechanics thing. Not necessarily how it was balanced. But I said 3 phases. I meant 4 phases. I thought War Priest only had 3 phases, but I think War Priest has 4. I don't remember. I don't think I've ever done 4 full phases. Yeah, let me check. I'm actually curious. I can pull up our day 1 and check. I feel like we got a really, like, first or second try, but I could be sorry, King's Fall. I could be just misremembering, copiuming. King's Fall, world's first race launch. Look at that nerd. Okay, do we go back in? Oh, we're in War Priest right here. War Priest, and we are in War Priest for... Oh, we were there for 30 minutes. We beat it here. I want to see how many rotations we did here. Oh, we might... What? We haven't even started it here. We might have beat it second try. Okay. I'm going to fast forward through this. This is first damage phase. How much damage do we do here? Oh my god, I'm exposing my bad damage. That's crazy. This is crazy. This is the ultimate Scarab damage phase right here. Fuck. That's fucking crazy. I don't even want to talk about that. That was insane. I did get kind of cucked there. Like, let's be honest, but... Oh, thank God. Okay, we did. That wasn't the where we cleared. Okay, here's a real Scarab damage phase. Except I spent fucking 4 seconds looking. Am I a person going to get a knight or something? Like, what am I doing? Why am I... I'm not even paying attention. Oh, I am a person getting a knight. It's right there. It just spawned.
There's a knight bottom, I see.
Count in. 7, 6, 5, 4.
Oh, we had to do the challenge. That's why. I forgot about the challenge.
That's why they're picking up at 5, because if you have 5 seconds before to bring it to center,
yeah.
then, you know, you would, that person would just die anyways, or you fail the challenge.
I just wasn't paying attention because we were doing it. I mean, that's a fucking... Okay, so that's 1 phase. Now I'm curious on how many phases we actually did. Or how clean that 4th phase was.
Oh, there's so much ammo on right. What the fuck?
Language. Alright, I think it's a pretty clean...
12, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2...
Oh, I almost threw right there so much.
Got it.
Yeah, okay, it was a pretty tight 4 phase. You're right, you guys are right.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
But, I mean, my ass was doing 0 damage, and we cleared in 4 phases pretty cleanly, so...
2, 1.
We need another well.
I don't have another well. Okay, 5 seconds, kill him.
And our div guy sucks. I don't know who's doing div.
Oh no.
We're good.
Oh no, I say. Okay. That was a good day 1. I really was not paying attention. I need to not do that anymore. Holy. Seeing the thin health bar is so strange now. It is kind of weird. It is kind of weird looking back on that sort of stuff. Looks like the reason we didn't clear because we didn't use Izzy. So that is one thing, right? Div is fucked for Izzy, especially like if you're not paying attention like I was right there. Oh, I guess you guys couldn't even see me. Good. Fuck. God. Holy. Because you don't even have to pay. You shoot it in the general direction and you hit a crit every time, right? So. Several. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. We also made some quality of life changes to several weapons. Updated heavy, adaptive, and aggressive burst weapon intrinsic names to match burst count. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, yeah. That'll be kind of cool, actually. So heavy burst is always 2. Adaptive is always 3. I'm trying to think of where that was not already the case. Were our 3 burst sidearms not called adaptive right now? I don't even know if I have a 3 burst. Like, what's Last Hope currently called? I don't know what that frame is. Any 3-round burst. Any 3-round burst. So it's currently adaptive. So that's... No, it already is. Oh, aggressives. Yeah. You're right. Okay, so aggressive linears, you're right. R3 burst. Okay. And is the only 2-round burst graviton? What is it currently? I don't even think it has a fucking frame. Yeah, it's got a like custom one, right? Okay. Thank you for the sub. Oh, revision as well. I forgot about revision. Thank you. And aggressive, these are already that. That's kind of cool though. Remove foundry names from the Vice Rapid Fire Hawkeye Precision Omolong Adaptive. So they're like definitely about to put these intrinsics on different weapons, right? Like for sure, right? That's gotta be what that is. Why else would they remove the names? That's interesting. Scout rifles updated hipfire reticle to show better accuracy and aim assist state. Hand cannons, some aggressive hand cannons struggle to compete with the stats of top tier examples, Igneous hammers. So with Kramil's dagger and something new returning in the final shape, we updated their stats. That's kind of cool. Igneous, if you guys haven't used Igneous, it's super fun. 120s feel great right now. The range. It's the range more than anything. It's so sticky. And it hits like a goddamn truck. It's very good. Oh, miss the foundry weapon identities. It is kind of interesting that they're doing that because all of the origin traits, most of the origin traits are tied to an identity, right? Like it's activity that you get something in or the season that a weapon came from. It'll be weird to have origin traits that maybe don't align with that. Hell yeah, Lord. That's awesome, man. Okay. Low inventory sniper rifles were a little too low in PvE for our liking, so we've increased minimum reserves from 14 to 17 shots. Linear fusion rifles, adaptive burst fusion rifles are too strong, but in some cases are quite hard to control, or are strong. Reduce firing animation, kick, and recoil. Are you serious? Okay. Wave frame grenade launchers deal competitive damage as of the Destiny Into the Light update, but some stats on these don't have a gameplay effect, so in past we're adjusting the blast radius. The size of the wave is now affected by the blast radius stat. That's kind of cool. This will mostly impact the width of the wave through length and height will also be scaled. Oh, though, length and height will also be scaled. The default display for blast radius has been changed from 100 to 50. Any stat over 50 will result in a larger wave. That is actually a pretty fun change. That is pretty fun, actually. Special ammo wave frame grenade launchers overperform as add clear weapons in their current state, so we pulled the length of the wave back a little. Reduce the length of the waves from 22 to 15. That's kind of brutal, and that's in combination with the nerf, the slight nerf to chain reaction as well. I still think this will be all right. All right, like I'm on forbearance copium mode right now, but it's not very often I shoot It is not very often I shoot forbearance 60 feet away from something and expect it to kill it. I usually shoot it right at their feet. So it's like, I think it'll be all right, okay? I think it'll be all right. Plus the increased blast radius thing's pretty cool. That's actually super interesting. I'm excited to see what that looks like. So still using forbearance. It's my baby. Update the sword reticle to better indicate its charge state. That's so cool. When sword energy is consumed, the amount of delay the sword has before it begins to recharge now subtly appears in the reticle. That is an awesome change. That'll help a lot with lucent blade testing and stuff. I think that'll be pretty cool because different weapons require different amounts of lucent blade and stuff. I think that'll be really, that's just fun. I love what they're doing with the reticles. I think all the fun custom reticles that they're doing, you know, for fusion rifles or for Ace of Spades or for anything that require, like Hawkmoon I think got one too, anything that requires like successive hits or any information. I love that they're adding those to their reticles. I think that's a really fun little cool thing. So I think that's sick. Did you see that the 0 hour panel the fire room changes every day? That's kind of cool. It's literally drawn on the wall. I don't know if people realize that, but it's literally drawn on the wall in the vault. It's kind of cool. Bug fixes fixed an issue where overwhelming a battle song debuff from submissions would prevent swords from recharging or losing energy while guarding. That's kind of interesting. Fixed an issue where unpowered caster sword heavy attacks did not reset the sword's energy recharge delay. Fixed an issue where uncharged adaptive sword heavy attacks cost the same amount of ammo as their charged counterparts. They now cost 1 ammo, same as other uncharged heavy attacks. Pretty cool. Divinity's ability to bypass combatant. So this is the Divinity thing. Okay, yes. Divinity's ability to bypass combatant gameplay by generating a weak spot on command has too high of an uptime as it stands, particularly with triggering feathering. I don't know, what the fuck is feathering? We're not changing how effective the cage is or how feathering works, but we're increasing how long it takes to generate the cage, which will make it less ammo efficient and less useful against targets that break aim frequently. Oh, is that a common term for that? Feathering? Is that a Bungie term or is that like a... Oh, trigger feathering. I see. Yeah. Did they make that up or is that like a... Is like trigger finger... Is that feathering... Is that like a non-Destiny term? I don't think I've ever heard that term before. It's a Bungie term? Increase the number of shots required to generate the cage by 75%. So, I mean, that's quite a bit. Rat King's fire... Oh, I like how they need another space there. So feathering is still the best way to be ammo efficient. So once you have the cage up. It's a real term? That's interesting. I've never heard that before. But yeah, I mean, that's like a fine... That's really... It takes what? Like a second to make a div bubble? So now it'll take 1.75 seconds or whatever. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. You know, I don't really think that'll change much. It'll just make it, once again, less ammo efficient. I don't know. I don't think that'll really change too much. Rat King's firing animation makes the weapon hard to control at high rate of fire, so we've updated it. When's the last time anyone has used Rat King? Devil's Rune could be made to apply its firing animation to other equipped sidearms. That's pretty funny. Symmetry needed a little attention, particularly its reload speed and handling, so we took this opportunity to increase those via the Catalyst. When's the last time anyone's used Symmetry? Holy. Used Rat King yesterday? Fair enough. I mean, if you like it, you like it, you know? Gallhorn's Wolfpack rounds always look like arc projectiles regardless of weapon's actual damage type. Update the visuals of Wolfpack rounds to match the damage type for the weapon. For example, on Gallhorn they use solar. On the Royal Entry Void Rocket they will have void effects. That's kind of a cool change too. I mean, it really doesn't matter at all, but that's kind of cool. And if you're doing damage testing, that could help differentiate that as well. So that's kind of cool. Touch of Malice's burn from the Darkness Ball did not last long enough to be useful in PvE. Osteostriga made it too easy to spread poison across a whole counter from a couple of kills from weak combatants. So it now has a 4-second cooldown on Poison Burst on kills. Okay, that's interesting. I'm trying to, like in my head, I'm thinking like, does this affect solo Nez? And I don't think it does. Like when I was running solo Nez, I don't think I kill, like it's not often I would kill an enemy more than every 4 or less than every 4 seconds. So I don't think that's so bad. Necrochasms, oh well, I guess, okay. I wonder if this applies as well if you are running the gauntlets, the corruption gauntlets, the gauntlets, the fucking holy shit, I am washed. Necrotic grips, thank you. If that counts to those kills as well, that'll be kind of interesting if that counts. It's gonna impact Solidness substantially. I'm not really buying that, man. I'm just trying to think, like, you know, I've done solo Nez like 100 fucking times at this point. 10, 15, something. And I'm thinking of all of my runs, all the time I've spent in that encounter. It is not often I'm like, brr, 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 you know what I mean? It's like, I'll be running and I'm like, okay, hey, let's get a go. Brr, and then I'll keep running. And then it's like, hey, brr, I'll get a kill. It's, maybe people run it differently than I do. And maybe I should go back and watch a VOD to make sure. But I don't think I'm ever like... I really, really, really don't think I'm ever like gadding multiple enemies in multiple parts of the arena within 4 seconds of each other. So... I don't know. I'm not really buying it, but maybe... Necrotic Trips is its own, so this wouldn't be affected by the Osteo nerf. I'm talking more about the interaction with Osteo, where the Osteo kills, if you're wearing Necrotic Grips, will also spread poison, right? So if that's within 4 seconds, does that count? I wonder if they did that because of the class item? Necrotic Grips wasn't one of the class item things, was it? I don't know why they would have done this. Yeah, I don't think it matters that much. This is fine. I don't think it's that big. Osteostriga is still really good, right? Necrotic Grips was on Warlock? I do not remember that at all. It is? Okay, yeah, then maybe. That I could believe. If the interaction between Necrotic Grips and Osteo does count for this cooldown, then yes, I do think it was because of the class item. If it doesn't count, then I don't know. Necrochasm's Ad Clear wasn't as strong as we'd like, so we buffed it and replaced the Outlaw perk on the Catalyst with a new custom perk that leans into this role. Intrinsic perk now provides increased reload speed after precision kills. Ooh. That's going to be sick in PvE or PvP. Increased duration of burn applied by Crystal Explosion against commands from 2 to 3.5 seconds. Oh, these are PvE only, aren't they? Catalyst has been rebuilt. Oh, well, since this is an intrinsic perk, this probably isn't PvE only. Catalyst has been rebuilt. 1 for Thrall, damaging 3 combatants in quick succession, provides a period of increased damage range and aim assist. So I think that'll be really strong if 1 for Thrall triggers on the explosion. I think Necrochasm is going to be incredibly good in high team count in 6v6 Crucible. If the explosion, you kill 1 person, bam, it tags 2 other people. Now you have increased damage and aim assist and reload speed. That's pretty gross. That's pretty gross. but kind of cool. While the Lament's damage is roughly equivalent to other swords, the healing on hit largely removes the intended downside of using a sword, reduce the healing effect by 20%. While this weapon does inherit the 7% global buff to swords, we reduce the damage on the high end of the chained heavy attack by 20%. Whoa! That means a damage on the high end of the chain heavy attack. So that means that the best combo might change for this in terms of DPS. That's interesting. 20% is huge. And that heavy attack did a lot of damage. Because right now, I believe it's either 1 or 2 loose, since it's been a while since I've done Lament. I think it might be 2. It's 3 charged, 1 heavy, 3 light, 3 charged, 1 heavy, 3 light, 3 charged, 1 heavy. It's the best rotation if you have the loose end blades. And I'm wondering if this might change that. Is it 2? I think it's 3. It might be 2 heavy too. I haven't done it in a while. I would have the muscle memory. Bam, bam, bam. No, it's 3. Bam, 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 boom. Bam, 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 boom. No, I'm pretty sure it's 3. But I'm curious if it'll lean into a different number of charged or lights, depending on. I mean, 20%'s a lot, but that heavy attack does a lot of damage. So. Deadman's Tale's rapid hip fire fantasy wasn't landing as well as we'd like, so we bumped up the fire rate of fire, god damn it, and added a bit of stability to Cranial Spike to make it easier to control. Why are they so obsessed with this goddamn weapon being broken, man? The Lament nerf makes no sense to me. Makes me think there will be an up-close boss fight in the raid. That's a possibility. I mean, we just had Crota, though. You know what I mean? We just had Crota. They definitely could. But it feels really soon for I feel like we haven't had a good ranged boss in a long time. I'm so sick of DMT, man. The colony's fantasy of spawning self-replicating insectoid robots is something we wanted to juice for a while now. The what? Colony self-replicates? I don't even have a colony. I've deleted it. Did they change colony and I forgot? Not currently, it's being added. The only reason I ask is because the way they've worded that is like, oh, it's something that is really obvious, like we wanted to do. The colony's fantasy of spawning self-replicating insectoid robots is something we've wanted to juice for a while now. The way this is phrased is like, it does it, but it doesn't do it well enough. But it doesn't do that. That's not a fantasy that it has. That's just a weird way of phrasing that. I don't like that at all. It made me question everything. I was like, what are you talking about? It does not. Wanting to juice something means it does it, but you want it to do it better. But it does not do it. This colony allows the colony to deal, or this update allows the colony to deal with waves of combatants in a unique way. Now spawns additional insectoid robots on final blows. More robots, up to 5, spawn them from tougher combatants. That's kind of cool. That's pretty fun, actually. That's kind of silly. That could be really good in some activities, depending on, I don't know what colony's DPS or even damage looks like nowadays, but imagine like a fucking onslaught activity where it's like, oh, there's a bunch of orange bars, so it's like bam, bam, blowing up, 5 robots spawn, bam, more robots spawn, bam, you know? That could be sick. That could be really fun. Truth has fallen far behind the other exotic rocket launchers, largely due to its lackluster damage, and we want to lean more into the total rocket count. Increase area of effect damage so it doesn't lose noticeable damage due to not dealing impact damage. Increase total reserves by 3. Queenbaker's damage output is outpaced by legendary linear fusion rifles, so it increases damage and reserve ammo to compensate. We do see frequent requests to move Queenbreaker to the energy slot for like 10 years, but given the number of special ammo damage options in the slot, we have opted to push it further into heavy slot. We're looking on some functionality changes to this weapon for future update as well. Do you think you'll be able to swap the scopes on the fly? Increased damage versus bosses, mini bosses, champions, and vehicles by 12%. Increased reserve ammunition by 3. What? 12% is pretty heavy though. Can you guys fucking imagine a Queen Breakers meta? That'd be crazy. Oh, it's recurrent. Or maybe. Okay, maybe it's referring to the lore. I don't know. I have to admit, I'm not familiar with Colony lore. Power from Cerberus 1's Focus Fire perk from the Exotic Catalyst was limited to its always being available, which changes to only being available following a kill, allowing us to increase its strength. Okay. In a world where Bastion has competed for a fusion rifle in the Kinetic slot, we felt it's time to lean further into emulating Saint 14's combat style. Reworked Saint's Fist perks. Dealing damage with melee increases your charge rate. Yo, thank you for the sub, Thog. Increases your charge rate, damage, and reload speed for a short duration. Lighting a majority of pellets in a burst increases melee damage. Could be fun. Could be fun. We've already had a Queenbreaker meta? In PvE? What? When have we ever had a Queenbreaker meta? Queenbreaker was meta for Scourge of the Past? Dog, are you fucking kidding me? Whisper was meta for Scourge of the Past. Ain't no way. There was a super niche week where it was meta. No, it fucking wasn't. Don't give me that bullshit, dog. I'm not talking about PvP. I'm not talking about PvP, dog. So when Queenbreakers first came out, it was fucked in PvP and Gambit because it had unlimited aim. You could shoot some fucker in their toe and you'd get a headshot. Darcy was also better. That's right. I do remember the Darcy meta. Dog. I'm not talking about imagine. I'm not saying what the words I'm saying are not. Imagine Queenbreakers being all right or usable. I mean, imagine Queenbreakers. Unironically, you load up an LFG and you see all 6 people using Queenbreakers because it is so fucking dominant. That would be ridiculous. And that's a world I kind of want to live in, actually. Like, now that I think about it, that's silly as fuck. You know? That's kind of silly. I want that. Just for, like, a couple months. You know what I mean? That could be pretty fun. I bet you would definitely see a div uptick with that, by the way. But that could be pretty fun. Ariana's Vow has fallen behind other anti-barrier special weapons, and as a solar weapon has the opportunity for a subclass tie-in. Breaking a match shield or piercing a champion's barrier will cause the target to ignite. That's kind of fun. Deterministic Chaos didn't have a clear niche when it shipped, so we redesigned it to be an anti-champion and weakening powerhouse. I think where weapons go to die in Destiny. No, I read Bastion. I think like when an exotic, when Bungie doesn't know what to do with an exotic, so they make it an anti-champion weapon. That's like we've kind of given up on it. We don't know what we wanted to do. It's good against champions, I guess. Bruh. This weapon is now intrinsically anti-barrier. The heavy metal and vexadecimal perks have had their locations and behavior swapped. Heavy metal now causes every 4th bullet to make weapons targets volatile. Vexadecimal now causes every 16th bullet to weaken a target. I don't care. I'm still never gonna use this thing. It's like I feel like there have been so many weapons where it's like, yeah, okay, it's an anti-champion weapon now. We just gave it a champion perk. It's great. And then you just have people like Radiant, you know what I mean? Like there is literally no scenario in this on this entire planet where my ass is running deterministic chaos instead of Radiant. You know? Like it's just not happening. It's not happening, man. I don't know. I'm sure it'll have some super niche use and then I'll come back to eat this, but like I don't know. I never really liked the exotic perk for this either. The flexibility offered by the fundamentals on the Borealis, Hardlight, and Dead Messenger is useful. Most of the time, there's no need to switch damage types rapidly, so it's irritating having the current damage type clear on death. Fundamentals now maintains its state across death or respawn. That's kind of a fun little thing. Do you guys remember when you used to have to go into your inventory on some of these weapons to change the element? You couldn't do it on the fly. Crazy. Perks, Alacrity, working solo activities is intended, but it's too strong of a perk to have 100% uptime in PvP. No longer works on Rumble. That makes sense. Archer's Gambit has been brought down a bit, so it can be used on legendary weapons. I don't know. What is Archer's Gambit? Which bow is that on? Is that, Hush? I don't even fucking have a Hush anymore. I don't even remember what that shit did. Let me pull that shit up. Hush was so long ago. Opulence, goddamn. Archer's Gambit. Hipfire precision hits grant a massive draw speed bonus for a short duration. That's interesting. There might be some use cases for that. And they reduced draw string buff time from 66 to 60%, reduced buff duration from 8 to 4 seconds. Huh. But can now stack up to 8 seconds. That's interesting. So we'll probably see that return at some point, I suppose. What have we not seen? Out of all of the ritual weapons, what has not returned? Is it Hush and Revoker? Is that it? Not Forgotten? Oh, 21%. I forgot about 21. Yeah. And the Oxygen as well. Was Python a ritual weapon, or was it the other one? What are they called now? They were called wait, sorry. Ritual weapons. What are they called now? Or are they called ritual weapons now and they used to be called something else? Pinnacle? They used to be called Pinnacle weapons, right? It was Pinnacle. So they're Pinnacle now, or no, sorry, they were Pinnacle and then they turned Ritual. When did Ritual weapons hit? It wasn't Opulence. Opulence still would have been a Ritual or a Pinnacle weapon. Was this Shadowkeep? I'm trying to remember because it was like Opulence. It might have been Shadowkeep. I think it was Shadowkeep. It was Beyond Light? I'm trying to... I guess I can just... Yeah, I thought it was Undying as well. Because I'm trying to think of, like, what the first ritual weapon was. Destiny ritual weapons. What was the first ritual weapon? Was it a pulse rifle? Was it the 4-shot pulse? No, Claymore was a Pinnacle weapon. Ritual. Oh, was it Randy's? There were 3 different ritual activities, one for each activity. Oh, I forgot they used to do that. Yeah. It was Randy's for Crucible. Was it Buzzard? Was it Buzzard for Vanguard? And that's right, it was yeah. Oh, it was Edgewise? No, Adored was later. Because Adored is when they started doing 1 with 3 skins. There were a couple of seasons. They might have even been a full year. There were 3-ish seasons or 4 seasons where there was a new weapon, a new ritual weapon in every activity. So it was like Python was one of those, Edgewise, Buzzard, Randy's was one of them. Maybe it was only 2 seasons. I think it was like all of Shadowkeep. There were 3, and then Beyond Light hit, and then it was 1 with 3 skins. Shadowkeep was Edgewise. Oh yeah. Exit Strategy. Oh, Exit Strategy. Yeah, and Randy's. That's right. Bro, that system has been completely cooked. I totally, like, it's so hard because like ritual weapon or pinnacle weapons used to be like, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? But I get why they stopped doing it, because they were way too. So in terms of pinnacle weapons, what pinnacle weapons have not been returned? Pinnacles, is it just not forgotten? Is 21% delirium? That had killing tally on it, so surely that wasn't a ritual weapon, right? That was a pinnacle weapon. So is it 21% oxygen had its own perk? 21% oxygen and not forgotten are the only 3 that haven't come back? Oh, and Revoker? And Hush? Do we really have that many that haven't come back? That's crazy, actually. Radrix hasn't come back? Broadsword came back. Broadsword's available now, right? You can get Broadsword. No? No. Were Claymore and Broadsword both sunset? Oh my god, they fucking were. I thought you could get this. Hey, time to flex. Every time we bring up, I have to flex. I'm one of like 400 people with this ornament, so flex, 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 flex. Flex, 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 flex. Interesting. God, that system has undergone so many changes. Okay, I hope we never get Revoker back. I remember they nerfed the Revoker perk. Just leave Revoker in the past. I revoke Revoker's right to exist. So many pulses have Despacito nowadays. Yeah, like, yeah, Radrix is useless. That's the thing with a lot of these weapons, right? Like, they were only special because of their perks. So it's like, it's cool that Luna's is coming back because it's the only thing with Magnificent Howl on it. Is it the only thing with... I think it's the only one with Mag Howl. Maybe they gave it to one other. I don't remember. But yeah, like things like so many, like a couple things can get Killing Tally now, right? A couple things can get Onslaught now. A couple things can get Despacito now. It's like, yeah. Or did they say Magnificent Howl was going to be on another gun in Final Shape or something? I feel like they mentioned it. But still, like, so I would much rather them take the perk than bring the weapon back is my point. But Grave Robber needed some extra love. Will now activate on dealing damage with the power melee in addition to standard melee kills. Chain Reaction was too strong on special weapons in its current form, so we branched between heavy and special weapons, and we'll be shipping it on the new special weapons in the Final Shape. Oh. Wait. So is Forbearance not getting this nerf? Why is it worded like... Why do they word things like this? So this buff hasn't gone... I'm not wrong. Like, Forbearance hasn't been nerfed yet, right? The only thing that has this is Tusk of the Boar got launched with it. But I don't think Forbearance has it yet. It's more weapons are getting it? Oh, thank you. Yes, sorry. This is not just wave frames. All special weapons with chain reaction. So this is like Salvager Salvo will get this. Sorry, the only thing I think of with chain reaction is wave frames. But yes, it is in fact on many different weapons. Thank you. Yes. That wording fucked me up, man. So, I mean... And we'll be shipping it. Oh, okay. So it is being nerfed on all weapons, and more special weapons will be getting it. God, I had a stroke. I feel like this could have been worded better, but that was definitely like a Scaro can't read moment for sure. Okay. Yo, Reese, what's up, brother? Okay, I get it. Yeah, heavies are getting a buff too. I was talking specifically about special weapons. Heavy chain reaction. That's interesting. I still can't really think of a time I would be too excited to have chain reaction on a heavy. Maybe a sword? Maybe like an eager edge chain reaction would be kind of cool. Maybe. But other than that, like maybe an LMG too, but it's like, probably not. I don't know. It's very rare where I'm like, okay, I need a heavy for ad clear. You know what I mean? We're just not really in that time of Destiny anymore. It could be kind of fun to have it on a sword, though. Eddy Current was a little slow to activate and didn't provide a strong enough bonus, particularly when amplified. Now it takes 1.5 seconds of sprinting to activate instead of 3. Also provides a bonus to handling and a 5% scalar on each stat at base. Being amplified will immediately activate the perk to its maximum effectiveness. I've never used Eddy Current. I don't think I will ever use Eddy Current. Underdog was shelved a long time ago, but we wanted to swap it out for more viable perks. Underdog has been replaced with Pulse Monitor. Okay. Osmosis and Permeability have some interesting build crafting potential, but all they do is change damage type. They don't have enough general utility. It's also irritating when the perk effect falls off when you don't actually put your weapon away. These weapons no longer drop when pulling a ghost out or similar actions. Now partially refills the weapon's magazine on activation. That's fine. Chill Clip adjusted the number of slow stacks applied based on weapon properties. In this case, rapid fire fusions like Riptide will still require 3 shots to freeze, but slower firing fusions will only require 2. That's a cool change. That'll be good for like GMs and stuff. Or like ammo when you're hurting for ammo. High Ground's functionality wasn't delivering on the concept strongly enough, but so we've granted it a better baseline of functionality. Reworked to provide a stacking damage bonus when getting kills in any context, or instantly granting the maximum number of stacks when damaging an enemy from high ground. What a silly perk. PvE max is increased to a 25% damage bonus. PvP 15. That might be annoying in PvP. High ground is like, there's so many perks in Destiny where I'm like, I look at it and then instantly it's like, no matter what I get this on, no matter what, it's a fucking dismantle. High ground is easily one of those. Perks that currently... Killing Tally has been updated to match the version found on random rolled weapons. Perks that currently match or equipped subclass have been changed as follows. Osmosis and Tessellation now match the damage type of your equipped grenade. Permeability and Elemental Capacitor now match the damage type of your equipped super. Okay. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense, actually. Deconstruct is now fixed. It was broken for about 4 weeks. Now refills from reserves instead of pulling from thin air. So if you guys don't know, Deconstruct on like, it would just generate like infinite ammo on some enemies. So there we go. I know it's a funny Star Wars thing, but I really dislike the concept of it in PvP. It doesn't feel like a proper Destiny 2 perk. And it's also like, you're actively hurt for being in the air with most weapons too. So, I don't know. The future. Now that we're largely happy with weapon damage in PvP, we're going to move to more PvP-specific tuning out of the game modes and into base weapon tuning in the future. This will give us the ability to fine-tune damage weapon per weapon subfamily. Excuse me. I thought they had already done that. We've also had some big changes we're working on for future releases, including redesigns of the PvP and PvE ammo economies, introducing player choice into weapon mods, and more new weapon types. Interesting. More new weapon types is really interesting. Introducing more player choice into weapon mods? So they're just going to make it more interesting, but how do you do that? That's kind of cool. I feel like ammo economies at this point have been... It's every year they're redesigned, I feel like. You know what I mean? Oh, high ground actually requires you to be on the ground? I didn't even know that. Yeah, that's a shit perk. That's all we've had for today. We hope these changes will help you better understand how your arsenal will fare once the final shape arrives in June 4th. Less than 3. Is that less than 3 weeks away? Oh my god. Oh my god. Less than 3 weeks, I thought it was. But saying it out loud was like, there's no way that's correct. That's crazy. Be on the lookout for another Sandbox focus article coming on May 22nd next week about abilities in Sandbox, abilities and exotic armor. Should be pretty good. Yes, Khvostov is coming back. That was actually confirmed a while ago, but yeah, we got a little trailer for it today. It was pretty good. Pretty good trailer. Caught me off guard, for sure. I need to do a legend. Lots of things. Legend 0 hour. Any chance you're around for a Legend 0 hour? I need to do a Legend 0 hour, and I need to do a Legend Whisper as well. Oh, I should go do that. Oh shit, I should go do this too. Okay, falling in the Cosmodrome. Let me do that real quick. So, oh, maybe I'll just fucking Fireteam Finder. That'll actually be fine. Yeah, so I think a lot of those weapon changes are really interesting. I'm not sure how much was actually changed that much. Whisper got another buff. Whisper's been very good for a long time being a couple months. So it's just stronger now. I think the armor is going to be, and the abilities are going to be even more telling. I expect heavy reworks for Strand Titan or nerfs for Strand Titan. Changes to Lucky Pants, changes to Cenotaph. I think all those three, I would be very surprised if we do not see all three of those things. Lament nerf sucks. I kind of get it though. It does feel like weird timing, right? Like, I feel like that's the type of thing that they should have done before Crota if they were going to do it. Yeah, Outbreak buff too. Whisper and Outbreak, yeah, that's a good point. And Div nerf. So, like, I feel like those are the most prevalent things. But I am definitely interested to see... I think armor and... Oh, what the fuck? I think armor and abilities are going to have a lot larger impact on the game. It's also not that big of a nerf because it's getting more damage overall. Yeah. So, yeah, I just feel like nothing really changed that much. But like I said, like, I would be absolutely floored with the direction that they are heading into the game, with stuff being more difficult, which I like, to be clear. I think there are clear outliers in the game right now that just trivialize a lot of content, and it's really hard because I feel like Cino is actually like if you think about day one Crota without, I guess, Aeons, but without Cino, no, a lot of those enemies I don't think were finishable. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think are the Knights finishable? I don't remember if they were. But I feel like in a lot of content, like Day 1 Death Singer would have been Oh, Exodus Lost Sector. Thank you. I didn't even think about the Lost Sector. Appreciate that. I'm gonna just go to this Lost Sector since I'm here. Or does it have to be a specific type of enemy, or is it just enemies? Is it fallen enemies? Oh yeah, fuck, it is. Okay, yeah. Let me go to the bottom one. Thank you. Yeah, day 1 Crota would have been significantly harder in terms of ammo economy without Cino. Hello!
How's it going?
You know, just vibing. How you doing? Hell yeah, bro. 3 weeks to prepare for Final Shape. I've been going around doing solo flawless dungeons. About an hour ago, I did Ghost. Yo, let's go! What's an exotic weapon you'd like to see buffed? That's an interesting question. I don't know. Is there like a... I think a lot of exotics are in a really good spot right now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to think of like any exotic I've had a lot of fun using in the past. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Like maybe Anarchy a little bit. I feel like Anarchy's right on the edge of being broken again though. It's pretty good. So I feel like if you nerf, like I feel like a small nerf will put Anarchy over the edge. But I'm gonna say Anarchy. Oh, Red Death is gonna go crazy with these buffs. That's right. That's right. I still fully expect it to be solar with Restoration. If Red Death procs Restoration, like it's done. It's over, man. Red Death will be my primary weapon of choice. Yeah, Red Death's coming back. Yeah, it's the Bungie confirmed a long time ago that it is the episode exotic for Echoes. So that means we'll actually get it day one of the final shape. Oh, I thought that guy was alive. Shit. A primary that procs Restoration would be insane. I mean, it's got to be what it does. Or, well, maybe, okay, maybe it's not Restoration. Maybe it's Solar with Cure, not Restoration. But if it's Solar, that means that it would also interact with Empyrean, which means you could roll Restoration with it quite easily because it's an exotic primary, so it's going to do more damage and it's getting buffed. So where do you have Heal Clip? Oh yeah, like maybe it gives it, maybe it's like an exotic version of Heal Clip. Could do that. Yeah, man, I'm just thinking if they make Red Death Solar, like I just don't think they'll make it. I don't think they'll make it Kinetic because healing is largely Solar at this point, and Crimson is Kinetic. So I don't think they're gonna want Crimson and Red Death to overlap that much. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Darcy meta when? See, people are saying Whisper's a boring meta. I think Darcy would be a boring meta. I know it's not that different, but Darcy, though, you know what I mean? That's so many shots you have to shoot. Whew. Joe said it's Solar? Oh, fuck, man! Okay, well, if they said it's Solar, then it's definitely Cure. There's no way they make it give you health. Yeah, it's just Heal Clip. It's exotic Heal Clip. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. I'm pretty excited, actually. Yeah, and if it's, I mean, Solar primaries, I mean, think about Sunshot, right? So you add the Pulse Rifle buff on top of that. I might be the type of nerd to use a Pulse Rifle in PvE, dude. That's kind of cringe to think about, but Red Death, baby. Red Death, baby. Hell yeah, brother. Maybe kill instead of reload. I don't know what you were saying. Oh, I don't even know where these switches are, actually. Shit. Okay, let me pop into, let me see if any of my friends are on. Shit, brother. Yo, Wobby, you still in here? You want to run a quick Legend 0 hour? Smiley face? Big smile? See, look at the smile. Huge smile. That's the biggest smile Scaro's ever smiled. That's a fucking... I wonder if they might make a support frame like a new auto too. Ooh. Red Death, but it heals your teammates, bro? All right, cool. We got a team. We got the broskies. We'll be in day one. Wobby. Shrimp. I messaged Shrimp and he fucking ignored me. Shrimp's been playing a game called The Realm of the Mad God. I don't really... He's been sending me a bunch of shit about it. I don't really understand it, but... What's up, Wobby?
Hello.
You ready to, like, fucking kill shit and stuff?
Maybe.
Let's go. And Babs said he'd join. He'd be here any second, so... Voidwalker needs a buff? Yeah, I feel like a... Well, yeah. I feel like a lot of the roaming supers aren't quite super good in PvE right now, so... Okay, let me go visit Shax real quick. Oh. Okay, actually, Beb said he doesn't want a VC, but he'll do it with us, so... I guess I'll invite him. Is this, it's just longer, right? Like, with a shorter time, it's not that bad?
It's not that bad.
Cool.
I think the path is actually, like, very similar, like, to be honest.
I just remember extra rooms. And you go outside on the wall.
You can just, like, you have egrets now, though, and that kind of just, like, negates all of that.
Oh, that's fair enough. Dude, chat has me kind of fucking juiced up on Red Death Copium right now. I'm not gonna lie. Shit.
Yeah, I've been listening. I mean,
No.
it could be very good. I could get both.
Check the news. Doesn't matter what channel. I do not like that fucking... I do not like that someone said that. I feel like there's not a lot of things that happen on every channel. I don't see anything on Twitter. What's Samuel? Oh, he's doing a smiling French reference. God fucking damn it, bro. You can't just come in... when the world tensions are this high, you can't come into a fucker's chat and say, check the news any channel. I don't even know what Smiling Friends is. About giving me a fucking heart attack, dude. Holy shit, I thought we were all about to fucking die. This guy. Check the news any channel. That's like... fucking freaking me out. What is Smiling Friends? I've heard of this, but I don't know what it is. I've heard references to it. No, you're fine. I'm it's really not that big of a deal. I was like, oh god. Checking Twitter. I was like, oh, who got nuked? What's happening? What do you think the nerf, the well nerf will be? Probably either less buff or less healing, or both. So it'll either like actually the easiest thing they could do is get rid of the damage resist. They've got to get rid of one of the things it does. Do you remember where the switches are?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, it's just a pair of switches?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's
it's
where
the room with like the little like lift up area.
The lift
up.
up.
That's not the best way to describe it. But...
Yeah.
like with like the bunker door things that one opens and you're supposed to jump on it.
I guess I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Where is it? What how do I stream it? Do I have to what's it on? What do you think? Yeah, I think I also agree. Less or no damage resistance. Probably less damage resistance. Probably drop it down to 10 or 15 or 20. I imagine. I don't think they're gonna go 40 to 0. That doesn't seem like a very Bungie thing to do. I just don't think it should make you invincible and give you a damage buff. I think you gotta pick one. It's on max, bruh. It looks like I'm sailing the high seas, brother. Arg. Matey. Sorry, what did you end up saying, like, where these switches are? The lifty up thing?
It's in the room with the 4 like bunker vaults where one of them opens up and you
where you jump through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
2 of them are like in the thing, and then one of them is like above it.
Wait, it says pair of switches. There's 3 of them?
I flipped 3 for mine. I don't know if one of them was random or not, but
Huh.
one of them might be for opening the bunker door or something.
Oh, I'm gonna die back in hell. Let's go. Oh, I think Necrochasm will be also very good, especially in PvP. I mean, Necrochasm's already great in PvP, and I think both of the changes they're making are only going to make it better. I'm very excited about that. I love using Necrochasm. It feels so good. Man, 20 minutes definitely feels tight for this. Where are the switches?
The first one's on me, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Guardian down.
Oh, come on.
It's right there.
Cool, thank you.
And then there is a timer to try to get up here as fast as possible.
Okay.
Oh, this did
I don't
not.
even know how to get up there.
It's this way through the tunnel.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know how to open this thing, but
Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to re-get it. That's fine.
did that do it?
Oh, sorry. Is it in the roof there?
It's it's like right above Bab.
I'll tell you when it opens. Nope. I got it. I'm on top. We're good.
Okay.
Is this the way to go?
Yeah.
Cool. I do not remember this at all. Okay, now we're about to go outside, right?
I think it's outside then, Trevor.
Yeah. I have literally no idea. No. No! Fuck! Are you fucking sponge? I must have only done Legend like the minimum required amount of times, because I do not remember any of this. Oh, there it is. Let's go. Oh, nice. Thanks for leaving an exploder shank. Appreciate that. And we still have to do Trevor as well?
Yeah.
You have to jump there. Bro, I literally do not remember any of this. What the fuck? There's literally no way I'm so good at the game. Oh.
Guardian down.
I got you, Babs. I got you, buddy. Oh, nice. Bro, you left all of the exploder shanks. That's so toxic.
I think the one at the bottom is that, though.
Oh, you know what would be like so pro is to snap skate past Trevor, like to do all that shit. That would be so cool. I think I ranked I think in my video ranking all the exotic missions, I'm like pretty sure I ranked Whisper. Which switches do we need, Bobby?
I'm getting the last one right now.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I ranked I'm gonna fucking die. I'm pretty sure I ranked God fucking God. God, I'm having brain worms right now. I'm pretty sure I ranked 0 Hour worse than Whisper by like a lot. I don't even think 0 Hour was second. And now I regret that ranking. I don't even know where I'm going right now. On top is the ultimate traversal tool. I will not be taking questions at this time. Did you deactivate Firewall?
I don't know. Oh no, I haven't gone too firewall. I don't know how to read the combo, to be honest.
Wait, on the wall?
Yeah, where is it on the wall?
It was just on... Oh, well, it was over... It was just on... It was drawn in red on one of these walls, but it does not appear... Yeah, it was right there on normal. I don't know where the fuck it is. Alright, we're gonna brute force it. Fuck it! I think someone says it changes daily, so... Oh? Oh?
I think that was the same one as yesterday. It might be normal that changes.
Well... We're gonna have time. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Is it down one more?
I think it's down one more, yeah. For some reason I thought it was not, but...
Down.
Easy. Okay, good shit. I got you, Babs.
There is a valley banner somewhere.
Yes, it's right before the drop down. It's literally, it's right here. Oh, let me switch to Dragon's Breath. Okay. Alrighty. Bro, that guy got fucking cooked. Get out of here, nerds. Alright, easy fucking enough.
I got the triumph as well.
So, alright, would you mind doing a quick whisper as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I neglected to do the last one because I'm bad at this game. Whisper more equipped to defeat taking bounce with the... Sorry?
Hello?
Oh, what's up, Shrimp?
What's it?
It's just Shrimple, bro. I have to get taking kills real quick. Where's the best place to do that? Probably Dreaming
I just load into Dreaming City. And...
Yeah, okay.
I have to kill some fallen on the Cosmic Room with the
Oh, I am streaming, by the way. Oh, we just did Legend, but I'm down to help you as well because it's fun. But we just did it. We kind of killed, bro.
Yeah.
Now it's time to do ship puzzle for the frame upgrade. Oh, do I have to do it again? Oh, I did it last night. I should be fine, right? I don't fucking know. The shit cooks. I love Outbreak, bro.
I've been just reading all that.
Say again?
I've just been reading all this.
Wait. Give out.
Yes.
Izanagi's getting a 15% nerf because of the kinetic changes.
Because of the nerf. Kinetic changes. Let me check. You take that back right fucking now. Kinetic. Oh, because just the bosses.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Me with my whisper.
Shit, bro. I'm like I'm Izzy's #1 fan, dude. If Izzy has no fans, that's a fucking lie because I'm still alive and I am Izzy's fan. On God, bro. How could Bungie betray me like this? I'm okay, there you go.
You were killing Spawn, that's why.
Oh, yeah. Shut up, Wobby. Stop having good points, Wobby, okay, bro? I don't need this in my life. Oh, man, I'm so cooked today. I've been having just I thought I was fine to stream without snorting some advanced. And then I started streaming and I said the stupidest shit ever 3 minutes into the stream. And I knew it was going to be a rough one. So here we are.
What did Bruce say?
Well, okay. So you know how there's no harmonic surges?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. And in my head, for some reason, I was quote unquote remembering incorrectly that there was no kinetic surges. And I was so confused for a solid 10-minute period. And it was harmonic. And I'm just dumb. Bro, I can't believe they're nerfing my boy Izzy. And Izzy's Honed Edge didn't even get the other buff, too. They specifically called it out. The sniper buff.
That's okay. We have Supremacy still.
That's not the same, bro. I mean, Supremacy is good, but it's not. It's not the GOAT. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like
He
Izzy
might
might
go, for real.
Izzy might be a neutered GOAT, but it's still the GOAT. To me.
Can somebody get the numbers on that?
I mean, it's not.
I need numbers.
It's not. It's not good. It's not looking good for my boy Izzy. But I mean, okay. Well, but think about this though, Wobby. Yeah, it's getting nerfed. But you pretty much only ever use Izzy in a damage rotation. And you can only use one Witherhorde per team. So Wizzy's still gonna... Wizzy's still gonna cook, bro.
Bro, it is good. Totally.
It's just gonna be like less worthwhile.
Yeah.
With, like just not using it.
Well, I mean, versus what? What else are you gonna throw in a rotation?
Supremacy.
Bruh, your ass is not throwing supremacy in a
What?
rocket rotation.
Yeah, bro.
No, you're not. That is not happening.
Why?
How many of these essences do I need, man?
30.
Well, I get to shoot like 7 shots of supremacy with kinetic trimmers instead of 1 honed head.
Dude, okay, yeah. Okay.
You only need 2 to proc kinetic tremors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know, but I
Yeah.
could still shoot like 7.
Oh, if you only need 2? Well, surely it doesn't do more than a ×4 honed edge, bro.
Kinetic tremors also is 1 per team. It doesn't stack.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay.
Because if kinetic tremors is already on the target, you can't apply it.
Where are the blights at?
Right before the final boss room.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so it'll suck. I mean, it'll quote unquote suck. It'll be unfortunate that the change is happening, but it's still like there's not a burst option in the primary slot, right? Like that I can think of. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. Maybe like a slug would be better. I don't know, but there's just no way. It's not competing with anything. Oh, actually, that's a lie. A recon mountaintop is probably better overall now.
But that's also getting the 15% nerf. So. Because it is kinetic.
Yeah.
But stuff like Lumina will probably just be more impactful than Izanagi and stuff like that.
Well, you can't run Lumina with your best in slot. Whisper of the Worm.
Well, he's talking about damage rotations,
Yeah.
which you can't win. Anyway, I mean.
You're not rotating with the Whisper.
That's a good question, Garbage. Yeah, fuck, that's a hard question. I still like I don't know, but also if rockets are only good because of damage rotations and Izzy is getting nerfed, that is also an inadvertent nerf to rocket damage rotations, right? Or maybe not inadvertent, but
There's other things you can rotate with, like. It's definitely worse to do it with a fusion rifle, but like using a fusion rifle is like not the worst. Like
yeah,
our
but
main
usually, I mean,
supremacy would so do fine.
the Izzy rotation already used a fusion rifle.
I wouldn't. That's the old one. You only did that for third generation, and after third generation got nerfed, that was quite a lot worse to do.
Okay, what do you use now?
Wilder Flight.
Yeah, I think all of them just use Word of Flight now.
Oh shit, I don't even have a fucking Wilder Flight. That is unfortunate to hear, boys.
The Word of Flight really doesn't matter. It's just anything you can fire quickly. Because fusion rifles used to be really good at third generation, but now you're just not proccing third generation.
Okay.
It's just not as good anymore. It won't be as impactful.
Man, I need to farm Wilder Flights, but to be honest, it is the worst farm in the world.
When's the? Oh, I guess we don't know. Will it be the weapon again? Before final?
Word of Flight is the Spire, not the Nightfall.
Spire the Watcher boss.
Oh, I forgot about that. What about the?
Wired Fire doesn't have auto loading.
Okay. Now I understand what's happening here. I skid it.
Scat it.
I skid it, bro.
But the other reason people stopped using fusion rifles was they just take so long to proc bait into it, which makes it worse in that aspect.
DC the clusters are impossible to gather.
I have never held this opinion in my entire life, but I think I hold it now after they came back under the new metas. I think 0 Hour just clears Whisper and it's not even close. And I feel really bad because I was a Whisper defender for fucking years.
I think everybody finally realized that once they both came out.
I like the day one experience for Whisper it was just it is unmatched, right? But holy fuck, 0 Hour is such a good mission though.
Whisper was definitely better for its time. But
Yeah.
its time got outclassed as soon as they gave it special weapons.
Yeah. And 0 Hour still is like tough. It was tough back then, and it's still. I mean, it's not obviously we just fucking cooked it in like a second and a half, but it's way tougher than this. I made like a ranking video like earlier this year too, and I feel so dumb now. Gonna have to redo it.
It's not worth making a whole new video to change one thing.
Brother, I'll get a lot of subs off of that video. It's totally worth making a new video.
I guess if it is a year old.
I don't know if it's quite a year old. I don't. Whetstone was in there, so it was definitely this year. And we, I guess we haven't had an exotic mission since. Maybe I'll wait until one of the episodes and see if we'll get one. Oh, we have Starcrossed. I don't think Starcrossed was in that video.
It's in this room, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh my fucking god! I got ran. Oh, that's a really good
first
point.
catalyst. What? Can I get rewind wounds on my?
Your catalyst, bro.
Rewind round should be next week.
No.
Where the? Oh, there it is. So is this extra room here just not anything at all?
Where at? What are you doing?
There's straight up an extra room over here that you can go to, and it appears to just not be anything. You can walk all the way over to it. It's just an empty room.
Hold up, I have to watch an ad to get into your stream to see what the fuck you're talking about.
Let's go. I mean, dude, it's like... Bro, this shit was supposed to be something. There's literally no way. There's a dead Vex.
Not gonna lie. Oh. I had no idea where you were until just now. Maybe there was something hidden in there before.
I do not believe there was.
That's fine.
Oh, maybe there was. I don't know.
Maybe you just never found it. Maybe
Yeah, maybe the community never found it. That's right.
lost the time.
All right, we're about to have a fucking party. Who's ready for this? Oh, wahoo! I regret my decision immediately.
I did Pantheon with Boone and my brother. We kind of cook.
Okay. Did you use Wendigo?
We used rockets.
Yep,
Rockets are significantly better.
I knew it. But no div.
No bit.
Yep. It's
Our
alright.
big guy.
We got it done. We got it done. It's okay. It is okay. We got it done.
actually-
You know? It's fine. But rockets are definitely better. That's what I'm saying. Bait and switch is definitely better. Thank you, boys.
I ended up just manually reloading my blowout in Frenzy.
Yeah, Strat, I'm down to help you do Legend if you want. I don't, Wobby, are you, or should we find a third, or?
I can.
Let's go, we're fucking cooking.
Hold up. This whole time I've been killing Fallen on the Cosmodrome, I've got 10 inert Siva clusters.
Go to the lost sector on the bottom. The Exodus one.
Okay.
And then, this is gonna sound real silly, Billy, but I recommend having a Dragon's Breath on your character for the final boss. Because it takes the tanks and it makes them not tanks immediately.
It also cooks the brig quite well.
It also does
I
that.
think like the ignitions just do really well against both of those enemies.
Fucking hell, I'm
Oh,
done.
you're talking about for the...
Bend.
The 0 hour.
Yeah. Yeah, not for the Lost Sector, bro.
Dude, I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I'm like getting backseated on how to complete a Lost Sector.
We had absolutely zero faith in Shrimp to be able to complete a Lost Sector.
I was like, guys, I'll just shoot it with Outbreak.
That's fucking awesome, actually.
I've actually got more Siva clusters per time invested just attempting to go to the Lost Sector. That's kind of the craziest part of all this. Of all that.
They even added a ramp, bro.
I even just got one without even shooting an enemy. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, violence is never the answer, my friend.
That is when I'm asked to kill.
Bro, rest in peace the Deconstruct Dream, eh?
Used to match Whisper's total damage, and
I
now it's
literally...
like half of it.
Did we have that discussion yesterday? I don't know if that was you or Wabi or Babs, but I dismantled it yesterday for our Pantheon run. Or maybe it was Chemo. I think it was that. To infuse it, because I was like, oh, I can get another one, because it wasn't shiny. And then I ended up doing a 0 hour later in the day, and someone told me to use it, and I was like, oh, I just deleted it.
I mean, it's still pretty okay because
N5B!
because it does 40% more damage to like Braigs, Tank, and like Shrikas, I think.
Yeah. I guess if the witness counts as a fucking vehicle, it's over, bro.
So it's good in that case, but in that case, the sticky nade also doesn't really matter as much.
If the witness counts as a vehicle, I'm on that vehicular manslaughter type beat.
That was the funniest goddamn shit you will ever fucking say. Jesus Christ. That was sick, actually. That was bars on bars. Holy.
Thank you. I'll be here for part of the day at least. Dude, where's my dragons? I found it.
That was sick, actually. Fuck. I'm like really jealous that you just said something that cool, actually. It's like, damn, I could have thought of that. That was a good one.
Scare him.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
I was baby raging during our Pantheon because you weren't shooting the noodles. The Doritos. And it was completely my fault.
What the fuck are you talking about?
When it was like, it's time to shift, and then you wouldn't shift, and I was like, scared, let's shift.
Oh, yeah. Fuck me, dude. Towards the end there, I was checked.
I was locked in the whole time, which
I
made
was
it so much worse for me.
like more focused on making sure everyone clearly fucking understood the symbols, and then I just like I completely checked out. I got so burnt out after that, but it was fine. When I lost it when fucking ATP went, Chemo doesn't know what light is, I thought I was gonna fucking die, bro. That was the funniest shit ever. Like, I think we were all just a little aggravated, but holy shit, I don't think I've ever heard something so funny in my entire life. That was incredible.
I was like, I'll just do my part.
Yeah.
But another part that added on to that was like literally at the beginning, everyone was like, okay, we should run Divinity. And then they're like, Trip, get on Div. And I'm like, I think we should just all run rockets and shoot the boss.
Yeah, you were kind of right about that, not gonna lie.
No. A Div. People are always talking about Div being good, and then I'm like, I can't remember a time that Div has been put on since the most recent nerf and been, worth it. Other than like a Tormentor.
No, wait, there's Tormentors, definitely.
Join Escaro.
Join me or join you?
No,
oh,
you
yeah.
Well, if you can join yourself, try it. That'd be pretty sick.
I didn't know if he was telling you to join me, Shrimp.
Okay, I can't even join you.
All right, you're permanent div bitch, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy because we're never putting div.
I am. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm trying to think of like because it's useful in some low mans.
I think we would use div if we want to whisper a boss that has a small crit, but like doesn't make us move, but it's harder to hit.
But it's like
I think
right
we-
now, the bosses, like, okay, if we use Whisper, I guess in the context of Pantheon, it's gonna be
but like
it's just solar. We're just gonna use Apex instead, right?
no.
Unlike
In
Rolk, I
Pantheon,
mean.
Oh yeah.
I think we would use it on Gog and Oryx because we're factor like finicky on them.
Yeah, but you're not using
but-
div on either of those bosses.
Yeah,
You know what
but
I'm gonna
for like final shape rate, I think we might div with Whisper depending on what
Yeah.
the boss is.
I could just imagine like a fucking like a reskinned wizard that's like a fight like one of the first phase, because I'm on copium that the witness is gonna have like 12 phases. And one of the first phases is like small witness, like wizard size, and he's just zooming around like a nerd neck. You know, that could be kind of terrifying.
People,
Okay,
when we use Levy Breath and Air, we used div there.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That was post nerf.
Yeah.
Real and base and real.
Yeah, I guess it would be a situation like Callie, but if Callie didn't have like the headshot multiplier of 800 million thousand,
Yeah.
that div just bypassed it.
It's always I always like really fucking forget to check that, and that's like a really good thing to know right off the rip for these things.
What?
The crit multiplier, like it's so easy to check. As soon as you get to a boss, I always forget on a day one.
I mean, have they done a weird crit multiplier since last wish?
Crota, not crit, but sword.
I mean, testing every single weapon is a lot harder than testing crit multiplier.
I mean,
What happened there?
maybe, bro. Just have one person run every weapon type.
Getting out ring 2.
A weird crit. No, Callie's not the last. There was one. Is it does
I mean, I know
Garden?
Raven had one.
Garden final boss have a weird one? Maybe?
I don't think so. I can pull something up.
Yeah, pull up the sheet. I feel like there's some. Maybe I'm thinking of the crit spot
Researching
being weird.
projects because I opened all the projects from Aegis like a million times. Scared shooting at 2 dead enemies. That's crazy.
Bruh, it's about to be 3 once I pop your ass, bro.
Oh my god. That's violent.
Sorry.
I
Love it.
respect it. Then.
My bad.
I'm not gonna lie, I tried to solo flawless this on the normal mode, and then Hoon was like, "Oh yeah, the triumph doesn't work on normal mode." So
Yeah, it's
I
only
just
legend.
for the game.
Apparently, Atrax had a weird. Atrax has a weird crit, yeah.
I mean,
Ulrich
Atrax is a
has
weird
a
everything.
weird crit.
So.
Kaido has a weird crit.
Oh, I think I knew that. Yeah.
There's been a few, but it's few and far between. And they've only been 10%. Oh, Atrax was. Let me double check. But
I want to know why dungeon bosses have been more interesting than raid bosses recently.
yeah, Atrax is a 1.5, and then Oryx is a 1.1, and Kaido is a 1.4 or 1.14. So it's like 10% more
What's
damage. for those two
Shuro?
bosses. I'm sure it's
Like
2.
10.
Yeah, I thought it was 2.
Yeah,
That's
I thought it was
insane.
fucking ridiculous.
And that does apply to div as well? No, it doesn't. It doesn't
No,
apply
no,
to
it
div.
doesn't.
Div overrides that.
Yeah,
So if
that's
you use
right.
Div, you don't get that.
Yeah, are you... Garden boss doesn't?
Not according to Aegis sheet.
I think I remember
one.
people saying shoot his crit, not the bubble.
Yeah, probably because it does a multiplier to the damage that you do.
Shoot the crit instead?
Isn't the div bubble for that guy like halfway in the ground?
Yeah, it's like under him.
Yeah, I thought it was on his butt. I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Oh, do you mean over the div bubble? Shoot him.
Yeah, shoot
because
that.
the div bubble is just like, it's like always very hard to see, and it's like way under him. It's like between his legs.
Yeah, I
It's
know
just
it's
easier to
that's
shoot
why
crit
I'm
with
asking if
gigantic
Garden
numbers.
boss had a special multiplier, because not every boss does. Most bosses don't.
And then
Okay,
div
I
was
swear
used
I
for
remember
debuff.
people saying don't shoot his
Because it
thing.
used to be good for that. Not gonna lie, I don't know the route.
You need the lava ship, right? You do.
Need what? Yeah, I do. Where's
Okay.
that at?
Equip a mountaintop or grapple if you don't have it already.
Nope, it's underneath the stairs. Sorry.
I
don't know how
where
to
go
do
at
this.
all.
You're right,
Legit.
here. Just keep following me. You know, equip that shit. You'll be okay. I believe it. Oh, you're gonna fall.
Okay. Opposition, Scare 9.
I forgot. Okay.
I remember this place.
You're gonna go down there.
Yep.
You have mountaintop on?
Yep.
You got ammo?
Yep.
All right, you're gonna go down there, and then you're gonna hit that switch, and then you're gonna come to me.
It's this one. This one.
Which one?
That one.
And now you need to sprint your ass back over to me, soldier.
Okay, what's the route?
Do like the way you came.
I'm moving.
Now up here. Now up here. Oh, nice, nice. All right, now watch this. Woohoo!
Where?
There's a vent right there.
Oh, I screwed. Oh, sorry.
Okay, and then there's a switch on the left as soon as you enter that room, like beyond some bookcases. Yep, you got it. Let's go.
You guys
And
aren't
this
as good
way,
with me with the
Get the
mountain
fuck
top
out of my
one.
way, opposition,
I didn't
bro.
know I was going this way,
Oh
bro.
my
I told
God,
you. I
dude.
literally already said I have no fucking clue where I'm
Bro,
going.
you're lucky. I like the way that you smell when you sleep, or else I would kill you in your sleep, bro. Holy!
Dude, that is psychopathic. I'm dead.
It's like that special popcorn shit they put on in the movies. Oh my god, that was the best save I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh my god, I'm literally the greatest Destiny player ever. Shit.
My pheromones, bro, or your pheromones?
No, your pheromones.
Our pheromones together. So
There's a little tube that you're gonna not see that you have to go in. Chat, ignore what I just said. That's a meme. That's an inside joke. You wouldn't get it.
Oh, I saw it.
Okay, are you a warlock?
How do I get up here? I don't have heat.
Oh, well, good luck.
I mean, I have it equipped, but I don't have a grenade. I'm just mountaintop launching. Do I need to go higher?
Yeah, there's like little
I went
Thanks.
too high.
mountain.
Oh, do I have to go around the side?
Yeah, you have to go around the side. Yeah. Mountaintop launching is probably the greatest thing Chris Proctor has ever invented.
What's up, Scarra 9? I caught up.
Let's fucking go. I'm bad at the game, so.
I'm really good at mountaintop launching because I just did it a bunch for no reason. those guys, ops.
Guardian down.
Did I just Phoenix? Ow, my bones!
Oh, you fucking remembered? Are you serious? No shot you remembered to
I
jump
remember
there.
this shit way more than the normal mode.
That's crazy because I straight up do not remember doing any of this. I remember the normal mode so much.
I don't know, I didn't do these missions much because I wasn't a big fan of them.
What?
Yeah.
Is that cap?
I only play raid. That's the only part of this game.
This is like a raid, but like not.
Yeah, that's the not part is what I don't like.
That's crazy that you'd say that to me.
I apologize. Wobby, do you think we're bad or something? You're gonna make us easy bake platforms? Are you condescending me?
You're behind me right now, so.
Shit, that's crazy that he would call you out like that. He feels tough because you're a shrimp, and whoopers eat shrimps.
No, they don't.
They don't?
Whoopers eat dirt
Whoopers eat
and
dirt?
bugs and stuff.
Is that a fact? Wobby, can you confirm?
I don't know what Whoopers eat, to be honest.
It's probably like dirt and bugs and stuff, but they're kind of cute.
Do you think humans eat Pokemon?
Yes, they eat slowpoke tails.
That's fucked up that someone would do that. Here, I'll get the second one.
It's not that fucked up, really, realistically.
Oh, there you go. If you look in front of
Scarab's
it,
like-
that's what they eat.
That's shrimp, bro. It is also not Whooper Saturday.
Well, that's the gift that I have them eating in, so.
Help!
Shrimp's
Help
big
me.
dead. He's about to get eaten by a vacuum cleaner, bro.
Guardian down.
All right, last switch.
Did
it.
you get both on that side? Yeah.
Yep. Unless Scarrow's falling behind.
Nope, I hit mine. Uh-oh. I'm about to get eaten by a vacuum cleaner. Never mind, I'm better.
He's not even close to you.
I don't know. Anytime I see the door open, it scares me. Oh, please! Yeah.
Nope. You're not getting through. You didn't even get through.
Trevor's so good. Yeah, this is the best room to mountaintop launch on for sure.
Oh, when you activate the elevators, they heal you because Bungie spaghetti code means fast platforms hurt you. Isn't that cool?
That's good. Cool. I'm glad they thought about that. I remember
think so.
doing Pit of Heresy and like dying on those elevators and getting so pissed off. Did you turn this room off?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Wobby isn't an op. He has been hitting the lever.
Dude,
for us,
Wobby is an op sometimes. Okay, he's good. It's rare, but dude, sometimes he gets the op feeling. And it's ogre, bro.
I actually, what you would do is deactivate the lever after you use
That's
it.
actually so true.
Like,
I
you're the
should
craziest.
should have fucking done that. Damn. Now I feel dumb and like bad. I feel actively
No.
worse about myself. Thanks, buddy.
Well, I mean, you're comparing yourself to me, so that's it.
If we go
That's
down,
the
can
hard
he
part.
still rally?
I
Oh,
have
he's right there.
no idea, but we'll find out.
Rally this ratio.
Damn.
Yeah, I said it. So yeah, I'll do one of these.
I just got tagged, and I'm like, doesn't bro know I'm trying to kill 0-hour bosses?
Bro does not know, actually, probably, so. Back at the front.
Oh, that is... I just got actually pranked.
We're actually frying this boss.
Here, shoot a single Dragon's Breath at the fucking walkers,
I
dude.
shot at the last one.
I think all of us shot at the last one.
Bro, I'm being shot. What's happening here? No?
I don't have another well here, so. Look.
I also do not have another well. I already used my second one.
That was a doomed petition.
That's the seasonal aggressive linear. Goes pew 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 pew. I'll screenshot it for him.
Speak with Ada1 in the tower.
Did you just call her Ada1? That's crazy that you would say that.
I just said it quickly.
How
Is
dare
that
you?
under 15 minutes? Is that the only quick triumph you need?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I don't want to do it that quick anyway again.
Oh, it's well, it will be adaptive. Fucking chat corrected me already. That's crazy that they would do that. That's insane. That's really good, AJ, actually.
Lobby. I want your Titan to crush me. Huh?
Wobby, do you already have one crafted?
I have one crafted.
Thank you. That Shrimp, you're so fucking goated, bro.
I love Destiny item manager.
Ah, shit. Okay, well, I guess I have nothing to do until Tuesday. Oh, I gotta fucking actually talk to Adawan in the tower.
Well, we have to do our Pantheon on Friday with the lads.
On Friday?
I'm pretty sure like Friday morning is when we've been doing it, right?
Saturday morning.
What?
Like Maya?
That
Then?
makes me depressed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Saturday. Insult the grippo.
Repo. Con and all the players, Jessica and Maya Knight.
All the players, Jessica.
And shrimp with head for $13.
Oh, what the fuck does that mean?
I had 2 people send me that. Yeah, I'll find it for you.
Shrimp, I discover some unhinged shit because I'm friends with you, you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been trying to break you down enough that you'll open around with the Mad God and then just be depressed for the rest of your life.
It's not really my type of game. That being a game that's not Destiny.
Yeah. Well, you still have yet to play Hollow Knight. Dude, look at the picture I sent. This thing's lit.
I'm in too many Discord servers right now. I'm gonna have to start leaving.
I literally DM'd it to you. You can scroll up.
That's an amazing meme, actually. Holy. That's
Gotta be
fucking.
the greatest deal in the history of mankind.
Does that say shrimp no head $17?
Welcome.
Underneath that?
Welcome.
I didn't buy it.
Oh, it's this rabbit hit. We don't even need to do anything else. Oh wait, we need Rewind Wounds, don't we?
We went well.
Next week is the good one.
Oh fucking hell. Okay.
'Cause you get outlawed by default.
Oh yeah. Okay, well I'm gonna go eat then. Thanks for the help, Wobby.
Thank
And,
you.
Hell yeah. I'll be on later tonight if
was-
anyone wants to bounty prep together, hold hands or something. But
Well, I have a doctor's appointment.
okay.
I have to go to the Harbinger's Seclude. I was lying, by the way. I said that too convincingly.
You can. I mean, you can just call the doctor's appointment anytime we like make plans to play Destiny. Really, if you want to.
Just tell that to my boss,
Yeah, sure, that works.
my wife.
All right, have a good night, gamers. I'll catch you.
Have a good night.
All right, chat. I'm going to bed. No, I'm not. I'm going to eat though. Have a good night. Love your faces. Stream tomorrow probably with Twab and some bounty prep or something. We'll find out. But more stuff soon. Love your faces. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.